Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is what I believe to be the very best team in co-op. We all know Infinitum C, the highest difficulty, can be quite challenging, and you kind of need specific units to be able to clear it consistently. Without further ado, let's get into the team, which I believe to be the best. I have a lot of success with this team. And I'll pretty much just explain through everything and do a playthrough for you guys as well. So let's click on to crew. Here we are. This is what I believe to be the best. So the whole team is cerebral and free spirit to take advantage of Yamato's special. She basically needs 6 free spirits and 6 cerebrals to get all of her boosts. Obviously you'll see that Zoro is a slasher. However, with Luffy and Bonnie's EX, it will change anyone's first class who's slasher and powerhouse. It will change it to cerebral, and obviously his second class is free spirit anyway, Zoro's, so that will enable him to change into a cerebral, meaning the whole team becomes cerebral and free spirit. As I said, I will do a playthrough. Obviously, with co-op, it does take 2 to tango, guys. If you've got a bad teammate or they've got a bad team and they don't really know what they're doing, when to skip, what gimmicks they can cover with their team, etc., then you're not going to be able to just completely battle it on your own. But this team definitely gives you the best chance. I would definitely say if there was 2 teammates with this exact team and they both played to the best of their ability and the best of their knowledge, this would have a 100% win rate every time. It would never fail. I'll just kind of get into the supports quickly. I've got the Sabo support on Kuma. Now, if we look at Sabo support, it is reduces the crew special bind by 2 turns. Might seem a bit counterintuitive because Kuma's crewmate ability actually resists special bind and his special reduces special bind. But there is a gimmick on stage 3 or 4. If you get a certain 2 opponents, I can't remember exactly which 2, it can give you fear and special bind, and the fear will stop Kuma's crewmate ability going through. With that Sabo support, it basically means you only need to do 1 turn, and then you can use the special to remove the special bind then. Or in fact, you don't need to. 1 turn, and then the special bind will be gone. Also, this Tashigi support on Zoro, it is obviously base stats, which is nice, but if the character lands a perfect strike, reduces all enemies' defense up. Now, on stage 4, if you fight Lucci, he has a damage cap. So, let's say, for example, your teammate attacks first and only reduces 1 turn of defense up or doesn't get rid of the defense up, then there will be 1 turn left. This is really good for that. It means you don't have to waste a Karina special or Zoro special, because if you face Luffy on the last round, he has 10 turns of defense up, and even with all specials maxing all damage, the defense is still too strong. So ideally you need Zoro and Karina's special available on the last round. Not too important, this one, Brook, but it's more just there in case. You could use Nami's special and he'll get rid of 2 turns of despair, which could be used niche. Again, if you use Nami's special to get rid of 6 turns of paralysis, I believe it is, this will turn it into 8. But I've not really seen too much play with that Brook, so it's definitely changeable with some other support, I would imagine. A really vital support here is Momonosuke on Yamato, who basically just gets past resilience because he deals damage at the end of the turn. Now, again, the only other way of getting rid of resilience in this team is through Nami's special, but like I said, you want to save that till the end. So having that Momonosuke special is really good. And yeah, just briefly talk about this team. Obviously, I've not really set it up properly, but this was kind of the team everyone else was using before. Obviously, you'd probably have Nami and Karina there. Instead of that Zoro, you'd have Zoro Sanji. Unfortunately, it's like near enough the only Super Sugo Fest that I'm missing, and it's one of the best ones. But you would have the Zoro Sanji, and then you would maybe have Int Yamato instead of one of those guys. I know some people were ace to get the special charge, but Luffy's definitely the best captain. But I strongly believe this team is just far superior. I'm not going to make too long a video for you guys, so I'm just going to get ahead into one just briefly. You can see my Grand Fee Stones. I've played a lot of co-op, and I'll be doing a video for you guys doing all 50 multi-pools. So let's hope for some bangers in that, because there is some Sugo Fests I'm missing, but obviously we'll be going for the points. Who knows, I could be first in the world, I could be 1000th. Let's see, but it's definitely exciting. Let's get into it. And what I'll do during the playthrough, guys, as you will have seen from my previous videos, is I'll sort of explain what I'm doing. Now, you kind of want to get in with guys who do have 100 luck, and you can see the team he's rocking. That Chopper's really good. He's got the Zoro Sanji, as I mentioned. He's got great supports, so I'm happy to ready up. These are the kind of guys you want to be playing with if you don't have a friend to play with. This clearly looks like a player who knows what he's doing, and you're going to have a high win percentage. It's definitely the free spirit characters that are the best, 100%. I have completed all the challenges for co-op as well, with the Strength Cerebral team, the Sai Free Spirit or Striker team, the Quick Striker team. If there is anyone who is struggling on that and is watching this video, please comment and I will show you the teams I used, and I'll do a playthrough for the team that you want. But I'm only going to do that if someone requests it. If one person requests it, I'm more than happy to do it. But I have completed all those challenges myself. But yeah, let's get into explaining this one. So make sure that if you're copying the team, if you're fortunate to have these units, make sure Kuma is where Kuma is and Zoro is where Zoro is, okay? That will make sure you get rainbow slots locked, not tandem slots. Keep it short and simple. I'll just switch into Karina and we will just get straight through that stage. And again, like I say, you want to be playing with people who have 100 luck, people who have a lot of cotton candy, people who have got high bounty, people who are using the same pool of free spirit units. I know Bonnie's a really good one as well. The cerebral free spirit reduces the slot bind, and is it special bind by 10 turns, I think. That's good with the Sai Luffy. But again, if you've got these units, believe me, as you'll see from this playthrough, it really does deal with any character you face. In the end, Sanji, Robin, Brook, Luffy, Zoro, anyone, Nami, literally any of them, it will defeat 100%. Okay, so this guy's using his super tandem. It doesn't look like he's going to defeat both of them, which is disappointing. Unless sometimes it lags. No, so he hasn't, but we haven't actually been hit with any gimmick, which is fine. And because we get permanent super tandem every round, you've not got to worry about specials to improve damage. I've not got to worry about anything. You know, we've got 2 times attack on the slots. We've got heavy attack boost from Luffy Bunny. The only unfortunate thing with my team is Atlas is Sai. But Atlas can be used for the super tandem. But if you had an int cerebral free spirit that you could put in as the co-op captain, which I'll eventually be aiming to do, then that is going to be the best thing for you, 100%. But it really doesn't make much difference. I mean, I've had no struggles with this team. As long as a teammate hasn't messed up, or you know, you're playing with a teammate who unfortunately isn't as far along in the game, doesn't have the units, or perhaps makes a mistake, then this team will take it all the way every single time. No worries at all. Like, this is very difficult content, and you literally don't struggle at all. So he's smashed through that again. The units he's using is very similar ilk. It's this small pool of units, but you kind of need to have all of them in one team to really make it work. So we're getting hit with the defense up. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier, right? So I've also been hit with silence on Luffy Bonnie, which isn't good, of course. I'm just going to move the phone up here. Hopefully that doesn't affect the volume of the mic quality or anything like that. I know it's not particularly great anyway. But yeah, so here, right, let's look at his team. He would be able to remove defense up, so I can bank on him probably knowing what he's doing. However, I'm not going to take that risk. For me, if I get Luffy on the last round, I need to remove 10 turns of defense. I need to be able to trust myself that I'm going to do that, right? So what I will instead do is I'm just going to skip. I think that's the best thing to do. I'm going to let him remove defense up. Let him attack. I will finish off Lucci and Gecko Moria, and then whoever finishes off the last round, whether it's himself or me, it will be no problem at all. But if it's Luffy and he removes defense up now with either Karina or, there you go, with Sanji there, he will not be able to remove 10 turns of defense up, so he'd be better off passing the torch on to me in the last round. But that's only if you verse Luffy. There's a huge pool of enemies you can face. Yeah, so he's going through, he's using all of his specials, etc. So he's going to have absolutely no problem getting rid of that. And all along. Yeah, what I was saying is more for perhaps if you're carrying a teammate, like, let's say he didn't have a great team there. If he didn't have a great team there and they have 2 turns of defense up, I'd have skipped and they wouldn't have removed the defense up. Then on the next round, I can remove the defense up with a perfect strike on Zoro rather than using a special to remove it. That's what I've found works well. Right, I'm gonna just do that because it gives us the boost for 3 turns anyway. And yeah, this is going to be absolutely no problem. It doesn't matter what order we attack in or anything like that. It just deals so much damage. Okay, perfect example. We got Luffy. Obviously, a few pointers for you guys. If you get Frankie, you need the damage reduction or the threshold damage of Nami or Karina. I'm not sure if the damage reduction from Yamato's EX would work. Potentially, I'm just going to say let me handle this. Hopefully he just hands it straight over, because important, you cannot use a Yamato special or a Kuma special on this final stage. You can't do it because you do type effects. He, I think, removes all your beneficial effects and he hits you with some bad stuff, right? So he is going to remove some defense up for me, which isn't necessary, but I'm sure he's going to pass it over now, because he no longer can get rid of any more defense up. Yeah, he's just doing all the specials he can. It doesn't make much difference as far. Oh, he's used Kuma's special. Now he's going to get 2 characters blown away. See, so he's messed up. So let me handle this, mate. Thank you very much. There we go. Okay, so just for reference, if it was 10 turns of defense up, Karina removes 6. Zoro removes 7. This would be great, obviously. Right, let's start with Zoro's special. So again, on this, we can use EXs. I can use the EX of Kuma, no problem. I can use the EX of Yamato, no problem. Just don't use the specials because it will give you a type effect boost. Only against Luffy, right? Frankie, he does a massive damage hit at the end. You need to make sure you've got some form of damage reduction. Brook will revive. So if you're carrying, don't use every single special and not have much damage for when he does revive. etc. Yeah. The rest of them, very, very easy to defeat with Luffy Bonnie or that Psy Luffy. Yeah, this doesn't really matter too much. We'll just go ahead and do that. Give us a slight effect boost, deal some damage. The reason why I have an attack style as a co-op captain as well, if you do get hit with fear on Kuma and then you get special rewinded, you need to be able to remove special charge. Now Kuma being able to reduce 2 because you use a special then EX. Let's just do this before I lose, right? There we go, yeah. Kuma special, then EX, then special. That'll be 2 turns of special charge. But on the attack style teammates, you get 2 turns of special charge with that special, which is good. That's if it rewinds like only the middle row or only the left-hand side, things like that, yeah. And also, I found on the 3rd round, if they have resilience or if they have defense up 1 turn, again, you can get through with Zoro. Another reason why that Toshigi support is really good. But if they have resilience or anything else you're sort of struggling to get around and you don't want to be using EXs or specials or anything like that, then you can just deal 2 million damage to both enemies. It will just kill them straight away and you don't have to worry about anything there. So that was 1 playthrough. Again, I could do 10 playthroughs and I promise you guys I wouldn't lose as long as you play with a good teammate with similar characters. That is by far and away the best team with a high win rate. So copy it if you guys can. Again, if any of you guys are struggling on these challenges for co-op, I've completed them all. Any of them you're struggling on, let me know and I'll make a dedicated video for that person. And yeah, guys, that's it. I'll make one on the co-op Sugo Fest. Hopefully we get some nice pulls.